Hey everybody, thanks so much for stopping by the Creativity Cave. I'm so excited that you're here. I have an awesome project to show you, actually several projects. Christmas tags, 'tis the season. The Christmas season is quickly approaching and I've got some beautiful tags like these to show you. And in addition, I'm using the stamp set Flurry of Wishes and the coordinating punch that goes with it. Nothing better than coordination. So let's get started. All right, let's get started. I'm so excited to share these beautiful tags with you today. I'm going to show you a few different things that you can do with them as well. So the first thing that I want to show you is I'm using the stamp set Flurry of Wishes from Stampin' Up. It comes as a photopolymer stamp set, and what that means is the stamps are clear. You can see right through them, which I love for placement. And then it also has a coordinating punch, which punches two of the images from the stamp set, which is lovely. So let me show you how to make one of these beautiful tags. First of all, I'm going to start with, you can see each of these has a pretty tag look. In order to achieve that, what I'm going to do is start with a piece of 2" by 4 1/4" cardstock. And let me just push these up for a second, and I'm going to bring in a scrap paper to work with. So I'll take my tag topper punch. There's two different punches we carry. One is the ornate tag, which I used on these samples. The other is the scallop tag topper punch, and I'll use that one later. So to do this, all I'm going to do is fit my cardstock in that 2" slot, punch down, and voila. So I have a beautiful tag and a little bit of scrap left over. So I'm going to take this tag that I punched, and I want to stamp this beautiful snowflake on the background. So I'm going to use my white ink pad, and then here is my stamp. I'm going to ink this up by just pressing it a few times, and then I want to stamp it so that the point is directly up. So I'll just place this on my tag and press, and what a beautiful looking snowflake. I love how beautiful the white ink looks on these different projects. Now, you can also see that I have this beautiful sparkly snowflake. I used my punch to do that. So what I like to do is, here I have a scrap of that sparkly silver glimmer paper, and what I want the bigger of the two. So I'm going to place this upside down, and that way I can see where I'm punching, and I can make sure that I'm making the best use of my scrap of paper. So I can see that on all the points, the paper is covered, and then I'm just going to press. Now this glimmer paper is a little bit thicker, so it takes just a little bit more effort to punch. And then you can see I have this beautiful punched image. Now I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. These are just foam, double-sided foam pieces. I'll stick that on the back, and then there's a little backing piece that I just peel off, and then place it right on top of my snowflake centered, and it pops up off of the tag just a little bit. Isn't that cool? Then what I'm going to do is, I have a little scrap piece of paper that I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas. This is also from that stamp set. So I'm going to use some coordinating green ink, and I'll just tap that lightly on my ink pad, and then I'm going to stamp it right down on my scrap paper like so. And look at that, it's perfect. Now you can see on my tags here I have this little flag, so I'm just going to create that by taking a little snip there and then going in on the corner, and then I get a nice little flag design. I'll do the same over here, and then I will adhere that on top of my snowflake, and I can use a dimensional or just glue it down like that. Now to finish this off, I'm going to just tie a little bit of the silver cording on top. So I'll just cut off a hunk and attach this. Now what I love about these tags is they're so versatile. You could use these obviously for their intended purpose, which is to put on a gift, but you could also use them as ornaments on a tree. You can also make an adorable, simple Christmas card, and let me show you how to do that. All that I'm going to do is take a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to take, well, actually I've got one right here. I took a piece of cardstock, I stamped some of the other images in a little bit darker shade of green, and then I added my tag right on top. How simple is that? Very easy. And then this makes a great Christmas card. Okay, let me show you another quick way to make a tag. I'm going to use the same size 2x4 1/4 inch piece of paper. I will slide it in my tag topper punch and punch. And here I have just a plain white tag, and this is great as well. I'm going to use that big snowflake. This time I inked it in Pool Party card or ink, and I just stamped it over the top. Then I'm going to add a green snowflake down here and another darker colored aqua snowflake up here. Very simple. Okay, but I'm not done. If you remember on that last tag, I made a little greeting. I did the same thing. I'm going to turn this over and add a couple of those dimensionals to the back. Place it right over the top. And of course, I'll add my greeting, which is adorable. Okay, this is a great looking tag, but I think we could make it even a little blingier. So I'm going to bring in some rhinestone jewels. These are sticky back and they're adorable. So I'm just going to peel one of these off and place it on, oops, I dropped it. Place it on the center of the largest rhinestone. Now if you're thinking, how on earth is she doing that? Let me show you another way to do this. If you take your scissors, and what I like to do is just sort of push it off the backing, and then you place it right where you want it and then press down and it sticks, which is kind of a great way to do it. I'll do the same thing with a smaller one, and then I attach it like so. So look at that fun tag. Again, I can just add my silver cording to get the tag to tie on. I also made a card with this. Nothing more than sticking it on a piece of paper that's folded. This is cardstock. Adorable. Let me show you one more tag with a really great idea with it. These are a variety of tags that I've made, all using the same supplies, those 2x4 1/4 inch pieces of paper, some little strips for the greetings, and some bling, and then of course the punch in a few places. Let me show you this tag because I just love this particular tag. It's so easy to make. I'm going to move these aside. I used one of our other products. These are wooden snowflake embellishments. They're so adorable. And to make this tag, all that I'm going to do is again start with my 2 1/4 inch piece of paper. I'll put it in my scallop tag topper punch to get the tag. And then I stamped those pretty snowflakes in white ink on some vellum cardstock. And then I'll take and flip this over, and you can see this fits right inside, and it's super easy to punch. And then when I do that, I have this little snowflake piece, and I've got a leftover one that I can use as well. Oops, I can't pick it up though. Okay, there's the other one. So let me set that aside, and to make this, I'm just going to stamp another one of those greetings that comes in the stamp set, sending you, pardon me, a flurry of warm Christmas wishes. So isn't that pretty? I just stamped it right on my tag, and then I'm going to use one of those beautiful wooden snowflakes. I'm going to use some glue dots to adhere that, and these are little, literally, dots of glue. So I'll pick that up onto my snowflake, I just press and then you can see the dot comes off. And then I will set that right onto my tag. You can see it's stuck on there nicely. And then I'll do the same thing with my vellum, and I will pick up the glue dot on my snowflake and then place it centered on here. And of course, I don't think anything's complete without an extra little bit of bling. So I'll take one of these awesome rhinestones and just set it in the center here, like so. And there is a great tag. And of course, I just added the little cording on there. Now, another thing I can do is create a beautiful card with that, or how great would this be on a package? So this is just a box that I wrapped some twine around. If I take this tag, I put a couple of dimensionals on here, and then I can literally just place that right on the tag, and my box is great. Thank you so much for joining me. Please go to thecreativitycave.com and check out all the projects that I post along with my videos. Have an awesome day.